Have you ever felt like there are not enough hours in the day? Like you are very busy doing a lot of things, but you're not necessarily productive. I recently read the book titled The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And by the way, it was such a great read. And while it sounds like a book that it's about waking up by 5 a.m., well, yeah, it's actually a book about mastering your life. And today I'll be sharing some of the most powerful lessons that I took away from the book, lessons that challenged me, lessons that inspired me, lessons that made me rethink how I spend my time and my energy. So let's dive right in. Lesson one: choose the difficult things. One of my biggest lessons from this book is that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Many of us choose a life of convenience, a life of comfort, a life of doing whatever we feel like or whatever pleases us. Yeah, it's our life. But successful people choose a life of constructive growth. Yes, the dream is hard, starting a business is hard, building a career is hard, writing a book is hard, taking that course is hard. But the things that end up transforming our lives are the things that make us feel somewhat uncomfortable, things that stretch us, things that make us feel like, this isn't it for me, it's so hard. But every time we choose to do the things that are difficult, we expand our capacity. Imagine someone wanting to start a business, and for years they keep researching, watching videos, attending seminars, and taking different advice from established business people, but they never actually launch. The difficult thing here is actually putting that product or that service out there and risking failure. But the moment that they are able to do that, the moment they are able to launch, they begin to grow. Recently, I was asked to make a presentation, and because of my nature, I'm very introverted. I like being in my shell. I like being like in my own recluse. I don't like being out there in front of many people. And so on a normal day, I would say no to such invite. And when I got that request to make that presentation, I was just about to give an excuse. And then I remembered this point. It was like weeks, just a few weeks after I read the book. And so I remembered this point: choose to do the difficult things, choose to do the things that will make you uncomfortable, the things that will stretch you. And so I said, okay, I will do this presentation. And in the end, I did. It was so good. I got a lot of compliments and I felt better for it. I felt, that fulfillment that comes when you do something really nice. That was what I felt. On a normal day, because I'm an introvert, you will not find me in such a scene. But I was able to push myself and put myself out there because I remember this point. It was difficult for me. I did it and I did not die. My life making this video right now. So you see, when you're able to stretch yourself and do the things that you would not usually do, you will see that you start getting different results. So if you're presented with two options, one, to do something that is very shabby and something that will make you take the easy way out, and second, to put a little more effort and get a better result, by all means choose the latter. A keynote from this lesson is that growth and comfort do not coexist. If you are going to grow, you must get out of your comfort zone. Lesson two: protect your energy from negative people. Not everybody deserves front row access in your life. Not everyone deserves audience or your attention. Some people are just constant complainers and enthusiasm drainers. They make every dream seem impossible. The book emphasized the importance of guarding your environment. Even the Bible teaches us that we should guard our hearts with all diligence because out of it comes the issues of life. And so the people you allow into your life or into your space can either elevate you or exhaust you. Have you ever met a person who is so pessimistic and very critical that there is nothing you say that you can find something good in? How do you feel after speaking with such a person? Drained, right? Yes. You tell someone about a new business opportunity, and instead of encouragement or maybe a good advice, they immediately list out 20 reasons why that business cannot work, that opportunity cannot work, why that relationship cannot work. And after speaking with them, you are totally exhausted, and every form of excitement that you started the conversation with totally disappears. That's an energy drainer. This doesn't mean that we should hate people. It just means that we should become more intentional about who we allow to influence us, because who you allow into your life will either make or mar you. So who have you allowed in your life that has drained you of your peace or your progress? Now you know what to do. Lesson three: addiction to distraction is destroying our potential. This lesson hits me personally because we live in a world where every notification is competing for our attention. Social media, messages, emails, videos, news updates, the list goes on. The problem isn't the technology itself. The problem is allowing technology control us. And so you pick up your phone to check one WhatsApp message. And 45 minutes later, you have watched 10 videos, you have checked your Instagram, and you have forgotten what you originally intended to do. This level of distraction becomes the enemy of our greatness because many dreams die not because people lack talent, no. Many dreams die because people lack the required focus to follow it through. This lesson convicted me because I then realized how often I reach for my phone during quiet moments instead of thinking, instead of reflecting, instead of meditating, instead of praying, instead of creating. I was busy consuming. It made me ask myself the question: am I controlling technology? Is technology controlling me? Lesson 4. The things you are afraid to do may change your life. Fear is often a signpost towards something worthwhile. It usually tells that there's something worthwhile on the other side. Personally, I've realized that a lot of times when I'm very, very afraid to do something, and not fear of danger, just fear of maybe messing up or fear of inadequacy or stuff like that, when I feel such fear and I'm able to surmount whatever it is before me, I find out that there is really something on the other side. Many times, fear just, instead of making us do what we are supposed to do, just holds us back. And so, anytime you sense fear, just realize that fear in this sense, just realize that there is something worthwhile on the other side. So, the opportunity that you are avoiding, the conversation that you are delaying or postponing, the business that you are afraid to start, may be the very thing that will change your life. You may dream of creating something, whatever it is, but the fear of criticism stops you constantly. And years later, you watch someone else build a successful platform or career or whatever, doing exactly what you wanted to do. Fear has cost you years of progress. For me, there have been seasons when the fear of criticism held me back or made me delay action. The book reminded me that courage isn't the absence of fear, it is moving forward despite fear. So make that call today. Submit that CV today. End that toxic relationship today. Book that appointment today. Start that MBA and watch your life metamorphose. Lesson 5. Your superpower is hidden behind your focus. One idea that I love so much from this book is that extraordinary performance comes from periods of deep concentration, and it made me reflect. It made me introspect. Like many times when I did things that I could consider as awesome, they were born out of periods of deep reflection. There are times that maybe you're just in the shower or you're lying down or you're just in a quiet place or you're even doing a task but with deep focus, you're doing something without distraction. You find out that a lot of ideas come, a lot of downloads come from those periods of less distraction, those periods of deep concentration, those periods where your mind is just clear and free from a lot of distracting elements. You'll see that you'll be able to download a lot of information that you usually won't if you are so distracted. But in the modern world, celebrates being busy. But being busy doesn't equate being productive. When you eliminate distractions and focus deeply, your best ideas emerge. Have you noticed that your best ideas often comes from that quiet moment? I don't know if I'm the only one, but yeah, it does happen to me. Maybe while I'm praying, or while I'm journaling, or while I'm taking a walk, or while even in the shower, like I said earlier. So your mind performs at a higher level when the noise is removed. Many people have untapped potentials simply because they have never spent enough time in focused thinking. Try it. Lesson 6. Stop multitasking. This lesson may surprise people because oftentimes we believe that multitasking is a strength. But this book argues to the contrary, and I agree with it. You're replying a message, attending a meeting, sending an email, and completing a report all at the same time, and thinking that, oh, by doing this, we are so productive. When we divide our attention, we reduce the quality of everything. At the end of the day, everything took a longer time with more mistakes. On the flip side, I would say that there are situations where you cannot avoid multitasking, but if you have the liberty to single task, by all means, please do. Single tasking is a superpower in such a distracted world that we live in. Focus on one thing, finish it, and move on. Lesson 7. Win the morning, win the day. This is the central theme of the book. The first few hours of the day sets the tone for everything. Most people wake up and immediately they start checking their phones, they start scrolling mindlessly. But the book encourages us to use the first hour intentionally. He introduces the famous 20-20-20 rule or formula, and he emphasizes the need for doing certain activities right after you wake up to set the tone for the rest of the day. He emphasized the need to do an exercise, sweat, um, pray or meditate or journal, read something, learn something. And you find out that the first 1-2 hours after you wake up, if you're able to do these things, it just sets the tone for the rest of the day. And by 6 a.m., for example, if you wake up by 5 and by 6 a.m. you've done one, two, or three of these, you've already invested into your physical, your emotional, and your intellectual growth for that day. Lesson 8: do your most important work early. Your energy is the highest at the beginning of the day, so don't waste your best hours on low value activities. The book teaches on teaches us to attack our most important goals first. So instead of working on less productive activities early on in the day and then attempting important work when you are mentally exhausted, simply flip it. For me, I attack the most important or the most tasking work first, and then it trickles downwards, because I notice that the more I become tired, the more likely I am to make mistakes. So give your best energy to the biggest priorities, and then as the day winds down, you can start attacking the less important. I think that makes a lot of sense for me when scheduling my work for the day. Lesson 9: protect your heart set, mindset, health set, and soul set. This is one of Robin Sharma's most powerful concepts. We can agree that success is not just about money. A person can be wealthy and still be miserable. We've seen a lot of people like that. We've seen wealthy people hide themselves. So the book teaches us that these four areas of our lives must grow together. Your mindset is how you think, your heart set is how you feel and manage emotions, your health set is your physical well-being, your soul set is your connection to purpose, meaning, and spirituality. When one area is neglected, life becomes largely unbalanced. As believers, this resonates deeply because God is interested in our whole being, our spirit, our soul, and our body. This may have been one of my most favorite lessons in this book, because success means very little if your mind is troubled, if your body is exhausted and even breaking down. Success means nothing, or it means very little if your soul is empty. True success is wholeness. Lesson 10: consistency beats intensity. Many people wait for motivation, but greatness comes from daily habits and not occasional bursts of enthusiasm. So, say you want to start reading, you want to cultivate the habit of reading. It's better you read one page a day for 30 days, that's 1 month, than for you to read 10 chapters today and tomorrow to the end of the month you don't read again. Or say, I want to start exercising, I want to live a healthy life, and then you hit the gym and say, today I will burn all the fat, you do 10 hours straight, and then for the next 2-3 months nobody sees you there again. It's better you say, okay, I'll do 30 minutes workout every morning or every weekday, or however you want to structure it out, than for you to just do a lot at once and never do it again. So the compound effect eventually produces extraordinary results when you do things consistently over time. Small disciplines repeatedly create remarkable success. Success is not an event, it's a daily practice. And so most people want a breakthrough, or breakthroughs are usually the result of ordinary disciplines repeated consistently over time. The life you desire is usually hidden in habits that you are avoiding. After reading the 5 a.m. Club, I don't think the real message is that everyone must wake up by 5 a.m. It's about becoming intentional about your life. It's about taking control of your mind, your time, your energy, your destiny. I think that the author is challenging us to live or to wake up to our lives, to stop living on autopilot, to stop allowing distractions, fear, excuses, and comfort to steal our potential. Whether you wake up at 5 or you wake up at 7, the real question is this: are you intentionally creating the life God has called you to live? And so you, however, need periods of uninterrupted time where you are investing in yourself before the world starts demanding your attention. The scripture says that very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went to a solitary place to pray. The principle of seeking solitude, reflection, prayer, and preparation before engaging the world is timeless. If you have read the 5 a.m. Club, I would love to hear your biggest lesson from the book in the comment section. And if you haven't read it yet, I will encourage you to do so. What lessons in today's video resonated with you the most? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to someone else who is ready to level up their life. See you in my next video.